a normal day. But we're going to talk about that in a second. I want to introduce myself to you because it feels like I haven't been here in a while and you may not know me. My name is Twana B. Smith, and I usually, before life decided to throw me some lemons, would come on to this platform and I would broadcast. I'd broadcast about self-care. I'd broadcast about travel. So I am talking to my people, my tribe across various platforms about traveling for self-care as a mom, as a caregiver, but also, building a self-care practice for yourself for various reasons, whether it's to support you in your business, whether it's to support you in your life, whether it's support you in a relationship. That is my mantra. That's what I stand on. That's what I've been doing for many, many years without really knowing that that's what I was doing. I was just doing it. But anyway, so you can find me on Mom's Guide to Travel or TwanaBSmith.com. So today I want to talk to you about how to maintain when life throws you lemons. Hi Chandra, because you know what? It's the beginning of a new quarter, and the first quarter of this year and the last quarter of last year, life definitely threw me a whole basket of lemons. And those lemons looked a lot like sickness in my house. So some of you may have gone through about a sickness yourself, or maybe you have a loved one that's going through sickness. And you know what? Life does not feel all that great, right? You have a lot of clouded vision or no vision. You have things that are going on with you mentally or physically, whatever it is. And you just don't know, how am I going to continue to achieve? If not achieve, how am I going to maintain? And honestly, it's really hard. It's really hard. And I can come on here and give you some lessons, which I'm going to give you from my personal experience, but everybody's journey is quite different. And until you go through it, you really don't know what is going to work for you. Now, this was our second time actually going through a cancer journey in our household. And so there were a few similarities. And I'm speaking in the past tense because I am praying that this is all in the past. Last week was my husband's last chemotherapy appointment, God willing, and this week we have scans. So today is actually the first normal feeling day for me in a while, because everyone else is out of the house and everyone is sort of doing their own thing, whether it be in school or be at work, and I can actually sit down in a quiet space and do my work without juggling and being distracted. And that's just the reality. That's the reality when you're a caregiver. It's very difficult for you to focus just on yourself or just on the things that you need to do. You just have to learn how to juggle, or sometimes you just have to put things on hold. And that was really the case for me, especially when it comes to travel, especially when it comes to group trips and retreats for women. It was just not a reality of something that I could do. And I had to cancel, a couple of things that I had on the books in terms of my business because I just couldn't do it. So, this is the first normal day in a while and it feels good. And I'm going to bask in this day gloriously because, I have it. All I have is the time right now. And I'm not, I don't know what next week is going to look like. None of us do. I don't know what scans are going to say, whatever. We are going to cross that bridge when we get to it. That's my philosophy on absolutely everything. I'm going to deal with that problem when I get to it. I compartmentalize. And that, I think, is, what you may have to do when you approach these really big, challenges that come into your life, whether it's, just for the week, whether it's for the quarter, whether it's for the year. All right, you know what? There are 50 million things going on. I am one person. I can't do 50 million things. So I'm going to compartmentalize. I'm going to do this thing right now. I'm going to do this thing later. And that's just how I've had to rock and roll. So I probably should write a book about this whole experience of being a caregiver. So I have not just been caregiving. I've actually been doing things in the background. In the winter, early winter, I did put on a retreat for caregivers. It was a one-day retreat. And so now is the planning phase for the next one, because it's not something that is a one and done thing. People are always caregivers. People are always going through some sort of illness. Someone's always getting old. Someone always is getting sick, whatever it is. And, I will always be a caregiver because I do have a younger son with autism as well. So, when you are in a place where maybe things are quiet in your life and maybe things, feel normal, that's actually a good time for you to build up a foundation for yourself that's going to support you when the storm comes or when lemons get thrown at you, because it's just what happens in life to all of us in some way, form, or fashion. We all get lemons sometimes, and we have to decide how we're going to make our lemonade, if we're going to put a little extra sugar in it, or if we're going to drink it real sour, or we're going to put some honey in it, whatever. So these are some of the things that I want to say to you as encouragement, as inspiration to you. And maybe if this doesn't apply to you, you can share this with someone that you know, right? Who's going through something. We all know somebody is going through something if we're not going through something ourselves. So I would love for you to share this video out or tag someone on the video. And I also would love to read your comments as well, if you have any comments about it. Only positive comments, positive thoughts, because I don't have any room in my life for negativity. Just wanted to let you know that. So here's the first lesson. It doesn't last forever. It does not last forever. It might not just be a week or a month. It might be like a few years, like leukemia was with my youngest son, and autism will probably always be there. Not sure, but or it might be 8 months, like my husband's gastric cancer. I don't know, but it doesn't last forever. And even with something like an autism, it goes like this, right? There are going to be highs and there are going to be lows. There are going to be times when, whatever, things are really quiet, and there are going to be times when things are hectic. So the actual thing that you're going through is not going to last forever. And you have to stay encouraged to know that it's not going to last forever and that there's going to be some change either way. Maybe a way that you don't like, maybe a way that you like, whatever, that there is going to be some change. Things are not going to be static. It's not going to stay the same. So that's one of the ways I want you to be encouraged, that it doesn't last forever. The other thing, number 2, is that, if you are someone who considers themselves a high achiever, right? And by high achiever, it's a person who, wants to push the boundaries, who just has a strong work ethic, who does not play the victim, who takes responsibility for all of the things that they do, who wants to be in that 1% of achievement in different things. If you're a high achiever, then this message will resonate with you, where, you keep pushing. You keep pushing no matter what. You do not give up, even in the small things. You just do small little things every single day, and you just chip away. No, if you've got, chemotherapy appointments or scans, you probably can't do 20 things on your list for today, but maybe you can do like one little small thing that was on your list. And then now you only have 19 things, but you keep pushing, and you just don't give up, and keep a positive mindset as much as possible, and just chip away at whatever achievement or goal you have for yourself in your life or in your business. You just keep doing something. Just one little small step is still a step forward. And there were many days where I was like, oh my gosh, I can't get anything done. And then I would remember my own medicine, Tawana, do one little thing today. I don't care. Just answer an email. At least you can feel accomplished. And having a planner by your side is really going to benefit you. And if you know what your big goal is for the quarter or for the year, and you've broken it down into various steps and various strategies, then you can maybe do one little step or one little strategy and get that done. And so that's really just what I did. Was like, okay, I know what things I was working on before all of this started, and what things I need to continue working on. Even as this journey is going on, and those things are still going to be there. So what are some little things that I can do every single day to keep me moving forward? And that's where having accountability partners is super powerful. People that you can check in with, people to support you, a coach, a mentor, whatever it is. I'm like stuttering here because I don't know how you do it without that. So you really need to have those tools and those strategies in place for yourself. So really small steps as you go along. And then number 3, which is going to be about self-care. You have to practice strong self-care habits. It's important. I don't want you to take self-care and put it in this little box of, bath bombs and massages. It is deeper than that. People, understand me when I say that it's deeper than that. When we talk about mental health, that is self-care. When we talk about caring for our bodies and physical stuff, whether it's massages or whether it's working out or whatever it is, that's self-care. Emotional self-care, talking to someone, having a therapist. Hello, I love therapists. They're awesome. Having a counselor. That is emotional self-care. And then spiritual self-care, whatever your practice is going to be, whether you're a Christian and you wake up every morning and you read the word, you read your devotionals and you journal about it and you pray, or you go to church regularly and commune with other like-minded people or talk to your pastor, or whether you're Buddhist and you chant and you do your meditations, although, you meditate as a Christian as well, but you know what I mean. Whatever it is for you, whether it's sound bowl healing, sound bath healing, whether it's lighting incense, candles, spiritual self-care. All of these things are necessary. All of these things are super necessary, as well as boundaries. So there are a lot of different things that self-care encompasses. And I don't think that just doing one is going to do it for you. I think that you need to, as far as dealing with lemons and making lemonade, I think that you need to have a collection of things that you are working on to sustain you through the day. Every single day. Every day is a challenge when you are caregiving. Every day is a challenge when you're trying to maintain yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, in your business, financially, whatever. You've got to have these things that you're doing to help you to help support you in that. And it looks like something different for everyone, right? It's not going to be the same. What I like in my self-care routines is not going to be what you like in your self-care routines. And it just takes self-awareness and a little bit of, it takes some assessment, right? So I've done personal assessments. I do them all the time for myself. I do assessments with clients. And I think that you have to do that so that you have an awareness of what works for you, right? It doesn't matter if, drinking tea works for me and calms me down and gets me in a mental state that, helps me be productive if tea is not your jam. So, that is, there's a lot to self-care. And so I think sometimes people minimalize it to think that it is just this like really little small one thing, when it is the foundation of who we are and what makes us who we are and what allows us to be able to function when we are met with challenges. And, we all have different varying degrees of challenges every single day. So for me, having number 2, which is the keep pushing and doing little things every day. And the number 3, the self-care, these are the 3 lessons I wanted to share with you. I got like a bazillion, but I'm just sharing with you 3 today. Those couple of things have allowed me to be able to achieve something that was really important for me, which was to get my self-care training, and my clothes are falling off, get my self-care training program together, which I am so excited about because, listen, you can read a book all you want. You can get a training from, whatever coaching program all you want. But there's nothing like actually going through life and like understanding what self-care needs to look like in order for you to remain productive, in order for you to keep your sanity, in order for you to get your mind and your life right, even in the midst of a storm, in the midst of challenges. So I am going to share more details about the training. It's so fabulous. It really is fabulous. I'm really proud of it. I'm going to share more. I'm going to share more information about the training. Sorry, my computer phone rings. Once we have just a couple of more bows to put on that pretty little package. And for those who need it, I am just going to speak to you, and I'm going to invite you in to this awesome journey and training with me. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about a little bit. Say hi, jump on here, and just tell you what's up. All right. And share with you some lessons about, how you manage when life throws you lemons. If you want to reach out to me at any point, anytime, you don't want to comment on the videos at all, you want to send me a private DM, you can send it to me on Instagram, or you can send it to me on Twitter, or you can send it to me Facebook. Not really so much. I don't know. Sometimes I don't really see those other messages, but those two places I do see the messages. Or you can just leave a comment here below, and I'll reach back out to you if you're like really struggling, or you're like, hey, you know what? I need to work with you. More than happy to have a conversation with you, because I needed it, and so I found people that would work with me, and so I want to do that for you as well. Guys, thank you so much for engaging with me and just, being an awesome community and being supportive. And we are going to continue to make lemonade. All right, everyone. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you soon. Bye.